That's no, I didn't change it yet. Let me change it right now. That's what happens when I don't keep my manager up all the time. Let's see, stream manager. There we go. Setting our public access, episode 20. Cool. So episode 20, yeah, we are making it all the way. Let me do a quick recap of last time. We had the Night of the Bone Wolves. Everyone had the Night of the Bone Wolves dream at the beginning, and spent the first half going around town meddling to get clues to figure out how to protect yourself, because the 4 hungers were coming. The plus bonus Gary hunger, 3 hungers plus Gary hunger. So Erica went to the police station to get the shotgun and did some research. Parker went to the hardware store and got some salt and orange peels to keep the cat man at bay. Michael got online, got on a live chat with someone who suggested that since they are hungers, that you get something to distract them by satiating that hunger. Bill slept in. Found out that from the notes that the hungers don't like water, probably. And when Erica left the station, Gary was there outside, disappeared quick, but then reappeared in the passenger seat, tried to get the files. You splashed water on him and he went away. Files went everywhere. He grabbed your arm though, and that withered you a little bit. David, RIP, went underground in the desert, in the Chromatic Desert, to talk to the big man. Found this like big hollowed out cave, very lush, with the big man in there. Big man told him about like Gary and hungers and how to set up spiritual defenses. Yeah, Bill slept late, looked real rough. Erica tried to give him Sombra, but Bill insisted on coming and donating his pistol and shotgun to the cause. And Parker called Flo and got her to come to help, but she showed up late. And Erica visited Casey, who was pretty out of it, and we had a really cool moment that we turned back, and he just went off to have pancakes. And Michael had the TV set to record static, set up all those defenses. And then the night started. The first thing that showed up was Gary stumbling across the street, begging for help and saying not to shoot. Erica immediately shoots him, killing him in the middle of the street, which was observed by neighbors who screamed and ran off.
Technically, Bill killed Gary.
Yeah. The deputy was shot dead in the middle of the street, assault on precinct 13 style. And Michael was upstairs, heard the cat man drop on the roof. He eventually broke through. Michael set up the salt and oranges defenses up there and contained him with those. And then our 2 little girls showed up outside and started drawing sigils and weird hopscotch patterns with Gary's blood. One of them started smoking, burst into flames from the house. Erica turned on the sprinklers and contained her for a moment. Lucy poured some black oil from her teapot and started turning into a goop thing. David came out, manifested, grabbed her, enveloped her with blinding light, and they all dissolved together. Gary and the 2 girls were gone, and David turned into the pure white signal at that point. And then, since you had the Catman trapped, he tried to cut a deal, said that y'all have watched a lot of tapes and there's probably more hungers on the way. May or may not have been lying, because you snapped a picture of him and then destroyed the picture, and that killed him. Boom, done. David left a Pure White Odyssey tape for you, which you watched, about the storage adventure. The guy who got trapped in the ever-expanding storage area and eventually wound up being confronted by big creepy lady, bunch of hungers, the big bad wolf, bad time all around. And David walked into Deep Lake to fulfill his deep white or pure white obligations, and we ended on it never stops, not unless we stop it. Good ending. Wishes from last week were keep going into the TV Odyssey and knock the remaining mysteries out. So I think we are nearing the end. I think whichever mystery you knock out next, the Odyssey tape or TV Odyssey mystery will be the next one up. And so that's going to be super exciting. So to review our non-Bone Wolves mysteries we have going, we still have Zagreus running. We've done a bunch of stuff. We just need to solve the awful truth of the Zagreus disappearances, which is a complexity 6, but cannot be solved until we complete all of the secret levels by doing the press start move. We've also got the dream. The question was answered. Morgenstern hit oil 200 years ago, found the dream, which got retconned into being come from a meteor and buried itself in the earth. He's been using it to keep himself alive, and is now inflicting it on everyone else, just making it everyone else's problem. And we also have Starlight Kingdom. We have the initial question still open with complexity 4. Was the founder of the park influenced by an alien intelligence or a psychic anomaly? And then we can answer one of the 2 questions that those leads to after that. We have a good number of clues for everything, so it's gonna be a good time. So we left everyone after the night coming into morning. So this is the morning after the night of the Bone Wolves, daytime. How are folks dealing with what happened last night? A lot of stuff happened.
I think Michael is still cleaning up the remnants of all the electronics he had scattered about the house.
Yeah.
In the morning.
Yeah, I think at some point Parker, Holly, and Michael went up to the roof to try to patch that hole in it, which I think you had mentioned last time.
Mm-hmm. At least get a tarp over it, if nothing else.
Yeah.
What about Erica?
I feel like at this point, Erica is pretty numb to that kind of weirdness, like what transpired last night. Her night was, interrupted with thought, just consuming thoughts of wrapping up all the loose ends she unintentionally left the previous night. Oh God, I have to finish those conversations now. Ugh. And retrieve her kitten in the process. She's definitely consumed with anxiety as to whether or not the letter she left in the cat carrier saying "Don't open unless I'm dead" was in fact opened.
Yeah, as far as we know, it hasn't been, but who knows? So, what would y'all like to do today?
So just like a general question, for the dream, we have to go and confront Morgenstern to finish
Yeah.
that one off.
Yeah, so you answered the question and it opened up the opportunity to resolve the mystery by confronting Morgenstern with the truth and convincing him to take the dream off the market.
Okay. And then the other one, we just do the press start move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Parker might be staying home and trying to play some of those levels.
Yeah, the Zagreus machine is like in the basement now, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Nice. Yeah, you want to do? Let's start off with a press start move. Why not?
Sure.
Zagreus. So the last one was the garden. Great. Let's make press start is a composure or reason, your choice.
What do I have? I know one of them I don't have anything.
Looks like you
Composure
got
for a
one
plus
composure.
one. Yeah.
Awesome. Tell me why and or what you're doing to like steel yourself, because you've you've gotten through a lot of the game. You have to go through the descent and the river and the garden to get to this one. What are you doing to kind of like steel yourself to make this next go?
Oh, I think actually last time I got an advancement, and so I picked
Oh yeah,
which one. So I'm gonna pick Strange Things Afoot at the Circle K. I think that just fits.
nice.
So I would like to say that I want to use that move to go and get Parker's favorite snack from the Circle K, and they are currently eating pork rinds. It is a
Nice.
comfort food for theirs, and so I want to use the pork rinds that are now in my corner of the house for advantage on this roll.
Awesome.
So they're eating
Uh,
comfort food to stay strong.
Access, that's the other. So it's going to be 2 dice plus 1, right?
Cool. Well, do I get advantage because I'm
Oh, if
using
you're gonna,
an item
yeah,
that I just added? Okay,
yeah, you can definitely do that.
cool. 3d6. Oh, 6 and 6 plus 1, so 13.
13, that is pretty good. Cool. So you unlock the level. This is the palace. Off here. The palace has shows pillared chambers that you pass through with a bunch of masked courtiers, leading up to a big blood red throne. And on the throne is a shadowy king. To get to this level, you have to play like a rhythm game, kind of like a proto DDR button masher, all while avoiding the knives of the courtiers. So paint the screen. My favorite pun in the entire game. Paint the screen. Something about this level makes you think the game is aware of you. What is it?
Mm. I'm gonna say that even though Parker is pretty good at this game because they've played a bunch of levels, every time that they miss click, everything just focuses on that one click, and so everything is now like keeps getting harder, kind of like every time they miss click, it gets faster. And it doesn't seem to be like in rhythm with like whatever song is playing. It's whenever they mess up.
Cool. And the reward for this, so you get to the shadowy king on the throne. How do you complete this level?
So I guess after you do the mini game, and now it's just like impossible. I think Parker's like with the 2 hands, like totally cheating at keyboard DDR. I think that it's a boss fight with the king.
Mhm.
And now instead of like walking up and dodging the knives, you're actually doing like him like maybe casting spells or swinging a sword or something until you're right there in front of him.
Nice. Cool. And when you defeat the shadowy king, the cabinet goes black. And then, so the prize is the cabinet shows a prophecy of a fellow latchkey's demise. In so in a future scene, when another latchkey is getting ready to take an action that will require a die roll, you can warn them that Zagreus predicted their death if they take this action. If they go through with the action anyway, you both mark XP. On the die roll, the miss result is replaced with you are killed. The keeper will describe how. So I think the way we see it on screen is like you like finishing the game, and then like the camera cuts to like a shot of your face with a light that indicates that something is happening, and you just like, oh my god. we don't see what's actually on screen.
Cool.
Awesome. So yeah, Michael, what are you up to this morning?
I was thinking about going to try and talk to Morgenstern.
Are you doing that by yourself, or are you taking the posse?
I mean, he can go alone if other people are doing stuff, but he's steadfast.
Mm-hmm.
Erica, Parker?
Is there more to do with like the cabinet, or was that like it? Like, is there more like press start levels?
There is one more, yes.
Okay. I think I'll go with Michael, if that's all right.
We're doing like an early morning showdown.
Yeah.
It says convince him, so he's gonna go in there with the most people person attitude that he could possibly muster.
Sure, let's knock this out by lunch, and then I'll run some errands.
Hey, see, that is the right attitude. I like that. That's perfect.
Eric,
Awesome.
also, in Erica's mind, she's procrastinating having to do the stuff she actually doesn't want to do.
Mhm.
Doesn't want to have those conversations.
Well, those
Yep.
conversations, gathering up while you're cleaning up the electronics, she's picking up all the tapes and stuff that she borrowed from Casey, and just been like, oh, I gotta drop these off too. And yeah.
Nice. Cool. Who is driving?
Parker really wants to drive the new Lexus.
Yeah. Cool.
Erica's
This
gonna
is
take
good because
car,
Morgenstern's met you before.
Yeah,
That's
the
right.
plot means Erica will take her own car, but the Lexus is top notch.
Cool. So I think you get up there without too much hassle. It's early morning. The summer is still cool. It's like probably like August right now. End of summer is approaching, and yeah, you ride up to the mansion. Same same big gate, and are stopped at the gate. What do you do?
I think this time Parker is more confident about their ability to get in here. So, like they push the button or whatever. And it's like, I have an appointment with Atlas Morgenstern. I visited him the other day. I think he'll want to talk to me.
And again, I think there is a very long pause. And I think just as you're reaching for the intercom button again to give it another shot, it crackles to life, and you hear the voice of Mr. Morgan, Mr. W. Atlas Morgenstern, and you hear him say, "I've been waiting for you," and the gates open.
Yeah, I think Parker's definitely going to look at Michael and be like, look, I got us in.
Yeah, I didn't get to see the inside of this place last time. I only got
Yeah,
to
it's-
hear it from you.
It's weird. Don't fall into that hole in the middle of the living room.
Good advice.
I will do my best not to do that, but no promises.
Meanwhile, Erica who's following behind and has
Mhm.
never been to this place, is just sitting there going like, wow, Parker just worked that cage.
Yeah, I was gonna have Michael lean to Parker and just be like, just say they're expecting you. That's exactly what I'm looking for here.
Same wavelength.
Amazing. Yeah, so you the driveway kind of like switches back up the cliffside a little bit, and pulls into an underground garage. And you can get out and enter the house as you would like. How would you like to enter the house?
Is there like an elevator or stairs or something?
Yeah, I love there being an elevator from the garage.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so the three of you pile into the elevator, and I think it goes up more slow than you think it probably should, and sort of dings and arrives like in a little hallway next to the foyer. You can see when there's like the front door, the main living area is very visible, and there's probably more house to explore if you want to try to sneak around.
Yeah, so I think Parker's gonna be like, yeah, so this is like where I was last
Mhm.
time, and points out like the pump jack, and like, isn't that just like gaudy and ostentation? And also like, look, there's Dream down there.
Yeah,
Dream.
this is a random eccentric hermit mansion, all right. Just looking around.
Is he like sitting in the room again?
He is not there yet. No,
Oh,
the
okay.
room is empty.
All right. So this is where you met him before. Then
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be back here. So and then Michael will just like sit on a couch.
Well, I'll just politely sit on the couch.
Exactly.
Hey, he knows
Nice.
we're here this time, right? Probably knew last time.
Yeah. And again, there is a long-ish pause, and you hear sort of like squeaky, 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 squeaky coming down the hall. And again, like excruciatingly slow, and getting louder. And W. Atlas Morgenstern appears from a hallway coming off of it, and he is pushing a drinks cart with like fixings for whatever you would want, and just kind of like slowly makes his way through the there's like a sidebar between that and another like little dining area, and he is he's leaning on the cart and looks at Parker and says, "Excuse me for my tardiness. I'm having trouble getting around these days."
That's fine. We haven't been waiting long.
Can I offer you anything to drink?
No. We're quite fine. Thank you. We are feeling very refreshed.
We just have
I-
water in the car.
Don't
I
take
mean-
anything he offers you to consume. Like,
I assure you that it's uncontaminated, and like nods towards the Dream.
it's not even lunchtime yet. Thank you for your hospitality, though.
Of course. What do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
I
Play
wanted
Hot Potato again.
to introduce you to my friends. And he's had the Dream before, and even tasted some of the new flavor.
Yeah, he might recognize Michael depending on what happened at the place.
Yeah, I don't know if he was involved at the factory, but when you mentioned the pink, his eyes go a little bit wide. He's like,
Yes. It was I can't lie, it was pretty good.
that our research efforts are coming along nicely. Well, now that I've met your friends, what can I do for you?
I think Parker's gonna like lean forward and be like, look, I'm just gonna cut to the chase. Are you made of the Dream? Are you just a Greek person?
You know he is. You just gotta tell him. 'Cause I was gonna say, I wouldn't peg you for a day over 150.
You should totally have Michael chime in with that.
Yeah, that was my bit.
There was a brief time when I allowed it to inhabit my body, but those with stronger wills can actually turn it to their own purposes. Most are merely consumed. They glut themselves on the new delight and allow it to become part of them with no thought to resistance at all. But once you master it, and he raises his hand, and like a pseudopod of Dream comes out of the pool, like mirroring his hand. There is no need for me to contain it within my body. He kind of like points at each of you, and the pseudopod follows suit. My father, J. Philip Morgenstern, and his father, R. Tanner Morgenstern, taught me that this world is full of small people with small minds. And if those small people will always get in your way, they're whining, simpering, mewling. So you must, and he gestures, and the pseudopod again mimics him, swat them from your sight if you hope to accomplish anything of worth in this life. But sometimes those small people can become a problem. Sometimes they, Guinea like gives Parker a look and then looks over at Michael. Swat back. Sometimes they find a way to take everything from you, but even the smallest grain of sand can be an irritant when it gets in your shoe. So, what do you propose I do with you?
Listen, this is gonna be maybe hard to hear, but but you gotta take the Dream. You can't sell it anymore. Now, before you think about anything else, I have a very large file with all my findings, and if I don't leave from this place, it will be sent out to many, many people, and they will find out about it themselves. So I would love you to live an even longer and unnatural life if you're willing, and diversify your money, keep making your money, but no more public consumption. That is my my wish.
He's not bluffing, especially, yeah, people will, the contents of that file are exactly as my friend here says they are. In addition, if I do not return, or if my friend I just read Parker does not return, things start to get complicated when you start murdering police officers.
And why would I want to murder a police officer
You tell me.
when I can control them? And he presses a small button on the counter next to the drinks cart, and Deputy Toro walks out
Oh no.
and seems to be in some sort of like a trance, and just sort of stands in the doorway. Deputy Toro, seems there are trespassers on my property. Please remove them in whatever way you need to. And she starts walking towards the nearest person. What do you do?
I'm going to invoke one of my moves here.
Yeah.
Little known fact about Erica is that as a in her late teens, she became fascinated with with the work of Harry Houdini, particularly his experimentation into hypnosis. And she's pretty sure that she can break the hypnosis on
Hmm,
Deputy Toro because of this.
interesting. Tell me how you do that.
All right, Ellie doesn't actually know a thing about this stuff. So let's say that I go and do some, kind of do some eye, cut her off, do some eye tracking while saying, just speaking in a soothing monotone voice, the whole, follow my finger with your eyes, and when it stops and I snap them, you remember who you are.
Hmm, all right. This is definitely a presence roll. So let's see that.
All right. And with advantage because Carla was the prom queen, so 3d6 plus 1. Let's see what would do.
Ooh, that is a
That's a
13.
13.
Yeah. I think as you're doing the eye tracking stuff, you see Dream starting to ooze out of her mouth and nose and ears. And like you maintain your composure while this is happening. And it just kind of like drips to the ground. It doesn't feel, it looks kind of different, like less viscous. It looks more like almost as if it had melted, if it could melt. And she, like, you see her eyes kind of dilate and constrict a couple times, and she just shakes her head, and like it looks like she's almost like forcing it out of her, by her own will. And then just shakes her head, and takes a step to the side and draws her gun and points it at Morgenstern. Says, "Sir, you're going to have to come with me."
Bulja.
What are you? Well, who would like to? Morgenstern is balls his fist and pulls it back, and the pseudopod of Dream moves to do the same. It looks like he is ready to either strike her with it or do something. What would you like to do?
So how close is he to like the Dream? 'Cause-
Not super close, like
okay.
a couple long strides.
I want to try to push the drink cart into the Dream hole.
Love it. Cool. So that sounds like a vitality roll. What are you afraid might happen if you aren't able to, like if that doesn't stop the Dream from acting on the deputy in time?
I'm afraid that Morgenstern's going to turn his attention to Parker.
And I think this is going to be a night move, just because we're in the kind of belly of the beast here.
Mhm.
And I think it is worse than that. He will like summon up more of it. Like not only more pseudopods, but more will emerge either from the floor or from some opportune place.
Cool. So 2d6 plus 2.
6 plus 2.
Oh, that's a 13.
It's another 13. All right. Yeah.
And we're rolling today.
That's great. I think what happens is like you do that. I think all of the drinks on it spill into the Dream. Tell me how that affects it. Tell me how that and you can go big with this.
Yeah. Well, that was the first part of my plan. If that worked, I wanted to say that Parker asked Erica to throw them their lighter, and they want to light the alcohol on fire
Yeah,
and
I
hope
think you
that
can just do
gets
that.
rid of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's covered with whatever was on there, and because movie logic, it goes up immediately, and the dream starts to like blacken and bubble, kind of like a marshmallow in a fire, and there's like this high pitched shrieking sound coming from it, and you after a moment you notice that's also coming from Morgenstern as well. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, since the prompt was to convince him to take the dream off the market and not, burn the mansion down, we've kind of escalated gradually here.
That's pretty convincing.
Yes.
This is
Par
when
for the
Erica
course.
will call out, just like, see, this is exactly why you need to stop selling this stuff and keep it to yourself. All that happens when us little people get our hands on the dream is chaos. The riot at the ice cream shack, the people running through the streets like mindless zombies, Parker lighting you on fire. Like, you want control, you want order. You're not going to get that here. Look around you, Morgenstern. All the dream does when us little people get our hands on it is cause more chaos.
That's a great speech. I would love to see that role. Definitely with presence. That's a so what are you afraid his reaction is going to be if it doesn't move him?
Good question. Yeah, I'm stumped to think of an escalating consequence beyond him just not paying attention, not responding, and then we're back to square one. I'm struggling to think of a new problem to solve for that one. So then someone else, please feel free to propose one.
My brain just went to like the worst the worst idea, which is he tries to like mobilize more people that have the dream in them to be like, oh, like little people are important for me.
Ooh,
I dig. He's got to have some staff in this house.
yeah, that's great. And I think it is worse than that. It will not only mobilize like normal dream addicted people, but yeah, there will be a final form dream monster as well.
Okay.
Challenging.
Yeah, again, what I'm struggling with here is how to riff off this with the convincing rather than having a fight.
Mhm.
All right, well, I guess I'll just roll for it and see what happens.
All right.
2d6 plus 1 is 8. Bam.
Nice. Cool. So I think he considers it. Yeah, can you remind me like what exactly your like call to action was?
That all the evidence that when us little people consume the dream, it's just chaos instead of the control and order that he wants.
Yeah.
The dream does not work as intended for us common folk.
Yeah.
He's got to go eat the rich instead. That's his problem.
He is the rich. Yeah, I think he's convinced like you're right. Control is a futile goal. And your assumptions are correct that dreams of power, in addition to riches, did consume me as well. But you're right. They can't be controlled. What do you propose I do then? If I shut everything down, all of this goes away. And I think the complication is you hear thumping from the elevator you came up. Like something big slamming against the shaft, I think, slamming against the elevator doors.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
You can also turn a key to make that a 10 if you want.
I mean, it's just a complication.
Yeah, just a complication. It's fine.
It's a complication. Yeah. Mm.
So what is y'all's proposition for rich guy not being rich if he shuts it all down?
Oh, you're not gonna lose your house, mister. Like, you don't tell me you don't have investments and stuff, right? You're gonna, yeah, you won't have as much, but you're not gonna lose your house as long as you aren't trying to make the town go nuts.
Do you know why I called it the dream?
No.
As I'm sure you've surmised from your investigations, I did, in fact, die in that initial mining foray before the dream brought me back. And I realized that there's so much death and sickness and want in the world that I could make go away. I hoped that others would be able to control it as I have, and I've been consistently disappointed. And you hear the thump, thump, thump on the escalator, on the elevator doors. You're right, I can't control this, and humanity is not ready to live the dream as I have. But I've invested everything that I own in this. And if the dream goes away, then so do I.
So, I mean, I'm not trying to be callous here, but most people don't get a second chance. You did, just because you weren't able to pan out everything you wanted the second go around doesn't, you still got it. And like, I'd probably do just as unspeakable things as you did if it gave me a do-over. I get it, but everyone's got to go sometime.
And I think when you say that, the elevator doors like are burst out.
So,
And a hand the size of someone's torso like slams onto the ground. And Morgenstern just goes white and it's like tries to it's like stop. And Torres turns around and just like puts a full clip into it and nothing happens. And it like puts another hand out and pulls itself. And it is like probably what used to be a person. It's like pulls itself into the hall. It's hunched over even in the tall ceilings. And like its mouth just like drips open. It's Morgenstern. What would you like to do?
So since I have eaten this stuff before,
Mm.
and he could control it, thank you, Rue. Do you think there is an opportunity for Michael to try to do his own version of hypnosis on this thing?
Ooh, yeah. You want to try and see if your will is strong enough to control the dream?
I would love to try.
I think that is a great idea.
Everybody's rolling so well. I can't wait to roll 3 1s.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be presence, I think. Or no, that's gonna be sensitivity. It doesn't matter in your case, but yeah, this is a sensitivity roll.
All right.
As you reach out.
Yeah, I like that. I want to think back on David while I'm doing this,
Mhm.
because he was always kind of like the first to basically say some shit to stuff. And he wants to channel a little bit of that in kind of commanding this thing. So I think I want to use my picture of Michael and David posing on the hood of his Lexus.
Yes.
And I'll roll 3d6.
There you are.
1. I told
There
you it was going to
go.
happen.
Whew. So that is a 4. And
That is a 4.
yeah, I
With
think it is
advantage.
with
A 4
advantage.
with advantage.
I've seen worse. Yeah, and I think like as you're going like trying like doing like I'm trying to do force powers on this thing.
Yeah, that's totally what he's trying to do.
It just reaches out and smushes you and continues to move in on everyone else. I assume you probably want to turn a key for that.
It's just a complication.
Yeah, it's just a
but-
complication.
yeah, I'll turn a key. And I'm trying to think about what key I want to turn. So I know there's some mystery keys to be used. I do believe we used Key of the Palace, right? It's not marked off, but I
Yep.
vividly remember.
Yeah, he definitely did. He
Um,
marked that off.
Let's
And
just
you
go ahead
did
and use
yeah.
Key of the Child. Then I'll do a flashback to the moment when you realize your parents were imperfect. And yeah, so I guess he's concentrating. And you were totally fine. I just knew it was coming because the dice thing. If people roll well, I know I'm gonna roll very poorly. Yeah, so as he's concentrating, he kind of goes back to kind of waking up with a start in the middle of the night, and he's a lot younger. And his parents are fighting kind of like he was used to. It happened all the time. And he came out and he kind of started playing that like this is really depressing. He kind of started playing that like where the small child tries to mediate the two parents to tell them to calm down. And then his mom turned and kind of started like laying into him, and it turned into a big thing. And it was just about like physically being small and being made to feel even smaller by the people that are supposed to do the exact opposite. So yeah, and then you flash back to Michael trying to exert his will on this big thing when he's very small.
Yeah. So you're able to do it. We're going to get a complication. None of those make sense. Yeah. And so tell me how you're doing it and how it reacts to you.
Yeah, I think for all the horror stuff so his analog wouldn't be like a force thing. It would be like that weird Friday the 13th movie where the girl had psychic powers.
Yeah.
And so it would kind of be like that, where it is still the same kind of like closing your eyes and focusing on something. I think that I don't know, it is only a 7. So I think that it stops for a minute and it kind of focuses on him a bit. And it kind of like it does like the head tilt, you know what I mean? Like it looks at him and it's thinking. And I think that eventually he kind of feels the strain a little bit and can control it for at least a short amount of time. Probably not very long, I assume.
Yeah, how would you like to neutralize it or have it do something for you?
I would love for it to. How is Morgenstern reacting to it? Like, is he scared of it too?
Yeah, he is horrified.
Oh, okay, cool. That's perfect. I would love to will it to jump right into the fire or walk into it and just catch the whole place if that's what it comes to.
Yeah. Great. I think this is you're gonna get a permanent condition for doing this, and it is gonna be I am the dream. And yeah, it does exactly. It like lurches towards you and starts to raise its hand, then walks straight into the fire. And again, it spreads quicker on this one. The blackening and the bubbling of the skin, and like the skin sloughs off, but it's still on fire. The next layer kind of crackles. Same thing. It's just like this worse end of Indiana Jones type of deal. And as they slough off, the furniture starts catching fire, the curtains start catching fire, and Torres just like holsters her gun and just like, everyone out now, everyone out. And she maybe unnecessarily shoots out the glass door that leads to the pool. And then like everyone out, and hustles the three of you and Morgenstern out as the house starts going up. Yeah, I think the come down of that, like as you retreat to the safety of the well, I don't know how safe, it's probably pretty dry around there. Probably to the safety of the driveway out front. Yeah, Morgenstern is just like, this is not what I wanted.
No one gets what they want, man. Just you got not what you wanted better than most for a while. You'll be okay.
Yeah, and Toro, it's like, well, that's not entirely true, and slap some handcuffs on it. It's like, I've got a squad car out front here.
Hey man, I tried to give you a choice. You could have just done your thing.
I mean, he's got whatever choice he makes from here out. He has I mean, it sounds like a century or two of things to make up for. So I don't know exactly how the courts are going to deal with a 200-year-old man, but we'll figure something out.
At least all those consecutive life sentences will matter once in a while.
I mean, counterpoint, he's cut off from his stash, so don't be alarmed if he melts in the car, like literally melts.
Then you'll get the real Raiders of the Lost Ark
Mhm.
bit right there.
Yeah, because she's like, all right, big guy, come on. And Kirk walks him to the squad car. Do you want to say anything to her before she heads out?
I don't talk to cops.
Good call.
Drinks on Thursday?
Yeah, we'll see how the paperwork goes. Takes him
Carlos
away.
looking forward to it.
Awesome, and that resolved the dream. Well done. Resolved. Bam. Cool. And you are left just kind of standing in front of the burning mansion.
We still got to go down and get the Lexus. Hopefully, we should probably do that pretty quick.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's say you can get to like the silo safely.
Cool.
My Civic.
Oh,
Don't-
and the
don't wa-
Civic. And the Civic.
Yeah. Don't want to immediately take that away.
Yeah. Well,
I cannot believe I rolled almost 3 ones, just like I said I was. I probably willed it into existence, but
yeah, that was
You know.
amazing.
Yeah.
that was couldn't have worked better than that. I am if there's anything that I know about myself when it comes to being a player in role playing games, it's that I am happier when I roll like complete shit and everybody can laugh about it.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and take a break here. Let's take 5-ish, and we'll come back and see what happens next. Righty. Big morning. Cool. After all that excitement, around lunchtime, what's everyone getting up to after that whole episode?
Definitely going home and well, Michael's gonna do a bit of research on his computer, but he's all for going back to the house. It was one of those like get something out of the way in the middle of the day or the early part of the day and then chill a little bit.
Fair.
And I think sequence wise, Erica will start with returning Casey's stuff and then retrieve her kitten and have ensuing conversations around.
Yeah, I think the kitten wound up with Carla, right? Because Bill came over.
Yeah, the kitten wound up with Carla.
Yeah. I think did you use Sombra on a roll already?
I did. I tried
Yeah.
to convince Bill to play it along.
Yeah, I think Carla has Sombra at the station and like has like a bowl of food and bowl of water like next to the front desk, and Sombra's just like curled up on one of the waiting chairs. But
Oh. She just likes everyone, doesn't she? I'm guessing she didn't give you any trouble.
oh, not at all. She's a sweetheart. She loves it here. It's really nice to have I don't know, something alive here. I'm all by myself all day.
She's the shadow. She knows what lurks in the hearts of men, and you, Carla, have a good heart. So there's a happy.
Oh, you stop.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I should take her home, but I mean, I have another couple stops I need to make first. So I guess, if you wanted to cat sit till the end of the day, I get.
Yeah, of course. No problem at all.
Yeah, I just need to I just check something. Where was the little carrier I had her in?
It's it's right under the front desk. Here, I got it here for you.
Hand goes right in to feel around for the envelope. Is it there?
It is there.
Okay, I was going to say I don't want to decide if it's there or not.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. And just goes, oh, thank God, and shoves it into her cargo pants pocket. All right. Yeah, I probably shouldn't take her with me on my next stop. So since she's happy, all right, I'll be back in the afternoon.
All right, you take your time.
Give her a little pet and play with her a little bit, just like the hand, like kittens do. All right, then it's off to Escondido Street.
Cool. Parker, what are you up to at this time?
I think Parker wants to go out to Playa Mirada and go talk to Sid.
Yeah. We will say it is a weekend. Sid is home. Well, I guess it's the summer. She'd be home anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Parker's gonna like pull up and just sort of knock on the door.
I think David answers the door and says, "Oh, I've completely forgotten your name. Your face is very familiar at this point."
Yeah.
Is there another? What's going on?
No carbon monoxide leaks. Everything's good.
Oh, great. Good to
I
hear.
just wanted to talk with you and maybe Sid a minute. I'm coming on behalf of the sheriff's department. I don't know if you heard that Gary passed away.
Was Sid in trouble?
No, Gary passed away.
Oh.
And I'm letting you guys know because I know that she was close with him.
What happened?
Gun violence.
Oh,
There
really?
was a shooting.
Oh, that's terrifying. Who in Deep Lake?
I I believe so. I don't actually know the particulars.
Oh, that's terrible. What was it, intentional or an accident? You don't know. I'm sorry. I don't mean to press.
I don't,
It's
no, if I had the answers, I would give them to you, but
that's all. We've had Gary over for dinner a few times even.
oh, mhm.
That's wow, that's a lot to take in.
Yeah, so, I just wanted to let you two know, especially, Sid's a kid and, probably needs to hear it from her parent.
Yeah, I can let her know.
Yeah, on a lighter subject, have you, gone to that amusement park down the way, off the highway?
Um, no, I oh that one never got finished. That never opened.
No, but I heard rumors that they were maybe doing work on it or something.
Oh, well, that'll be a shot in the arm to the local tourist industry, I suppose.
Yep.
Sure beats the lights out in the highway.
So you've seen those lights too?
Oh, everyone has.
Yeah, cool. Parker
I,
cannot
I'm
think of
I'm
a
pretty
way
sure
to like
I'm
talk to
pretty
the
sure they're
kid.
just headlights, but whatever
Oh,
whatever gets people to visit.
yeah. Okay. Thanks for your time. Sorry for the bad news.
Of course, yeah. No, thank you for letting us know. I'll let Sid know. She's upstairs playing one of her video games. So
All
um,
right, take
yeah,
care.
I'll bring it up at dinner. I think I'll figure out something to say.
Cool. And do you want me to stay and help you break the news?
I mean, dinner's not for another like 5 or 6 hours. Do
Okay,
you are
never
you
mind.
if you're busy, I wouldn't want to keep you.
No, I'm not busy at all. I would love to know some more people in town.
Oh, great. But you work for the city, right?
I don't have friends, is what I'm
Oh,
saying.
come. I'm sorry. I'm so rude. Come in.
No, you're great. You're great. And Parker's just gonna stay there until
Amazing. Yeah, and he like offers like he makes you a sandwich, gives you milk or lemonade, whatever you prefer. Um, yeah, I think like after after a few hours of just like hanging out and chatting and him being just like a dude, I think Sid does kind of like come down and looks kind of bleary and goes to the kitchen to get a soda or something and sees you there.
yeah.
Looks at her dad and looks at you. She's like, what's going on?
Hi, Sid. Do you remember me?
Mhm. From the backyard, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, the other backyard, not your backyard. Um, well, I was here to tell your dad some news, and I'm gonna try like make eyes with like David and be like,
Mhm. Yeah,
um,
we have some sad remember when what's the dog's remember when we thought that the dog, what's the dog's name? What's a good name? What the dog, we thought, he went to the vet, we thought we were gonna lose him, and he turned out fine, but sometimes things don't turn out fine. Um, and well, your your friend Gary, Bentley is the dog's name. Um, he's not like Bentley. Something bad happened, and he's not going to be okay. And so just kind of like looks at you, like what's happening.
yeah, I came to tell you and your dad, that Gary, passed away. Um,
Like in his
I'm so,
sleep.
Parker's gonna give like wide eyes to David and be like, I'm not feeling this one, man.
And he like, it's like,
Uh, it was a violent crime.
and Sid's just like, they finally got him. They finally came after him. Oh no. Does
Um,
they're coming after me next? I told them
You're-
all those things. If
I
they got
don't,
him, they're going to come after me.
I don't think that's what this was. I think you're fine. You're just a kid.
Yeah, that's what they want you to think, though.
And I think Parker's gonna try to like communicate, like, you're gonna be fine.
Um, what are you afraid might happen if she is in like unconsolable and controllable?
I think Parker really will have to stay for dinner and talk to this kid through what death means.
Great. I think this is a presence or composure, but they're the same for you. So
Yeah, I'll just do presents, I guess. 7 + 1.
7 + 1 is an
8.
8. That definitely does it with a complication. Yeah, so tell me how you like calm her down.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, it's okay. It was nothing about those mysteries that you were talking to him about. It was just a freak accident. Um,
Tell me exactly what
It's-
happened.
and I think you're gonna look at like David and be like, is it okay if I say the words gun and shoot?
She's
He
been
got
upstairs playing a Halo 2 all day. So
okay. I don't know. This isn't my kid. He got shot in the line of duty.
he got shot. Like,
And
okay, I don't know how long it's been since you were in high school, but we're not supposed to use passive voice. Who shot him?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I
You-
don't feel at liberty to say. I'm not a police officer. I'm just a friend of the family, I guess, now.
All right, well, I'm gonna get on my bike and go down to the station and talk to Sheriff Hanscom about it and see if I can get to the bottom of this, because it's got to go deeper than just an accident. I don't think you understand the depth of what me and Gary were into. Like, it's, and she's like started to like breathe, like have an anxiety attack. She's like panic attack, just like starting to read like, they're like, I'm just a kid. I can't, like, they're gonna, I don't know. They can't shoot a kid, right?
No, no one's gonna shoot you. It was Gary being unwell.
Did he try to hurt someone?
Yes, he tried to hurt someone.
That's what the other, I heard that I should,
Yeah, did you talk
He
to
was
my
dangerous.
friend,
Yeah.
Deputy Erica? Yeah. I didn't want to say all this, but yes, he was dangerous and he tried to do something very dangerous and
Did-
something bad happened.
did Sheriff Hanscom have to shoot him?
And Parker is wanting to die. Yes. I'm so sorry. But I'm telling you the truth.
Where, is there gonna be a funeral?
That I honestly, truthfully do not know.
And she's like, has gone from panicked to like half concerned and half kind of excited. Like, wow. So I mean, I suppose the sheriff or the deputy, the other deputy is gonna take his place now. And so I guess I'll have to give them all my notes.
Yeah,
There's
Erica's
a
a
lot
cool
of,
person. She'll listen to you.
you're pretty cool too. Thanks for treating me like a grown up. Like, a lot of people don't do that.
I tried, I guess. Okay. I mean, if you hear anything, you can tell me too. I live with Erica. We
You like
both-
roommates?
Yeah, we're like roommates. We live in the same house, like roommates.
Where did he get shot?
Outside our
I mean,
house.
like outside your house? Did
Oh,
Deputy Erica
wait, do you mean like in the in the body? Like where in
What
the
was
body?
he trying to get you?
In a sense.
What did he try to do?
You know what?
What was he
I
doing
think
when he
this
got
is
shot?
being a bad guy. You know
Yeah, I
what?
mean, there's
I
lots
think
of bad guys. Like, what was he doing?
um
Was he like coming at you with a gun or like a knife, like a machete? Like, did he try to like strangle someone? What was he doing when he got shot?
yeah, he was trying to rush us violently.
What, like with a
Like
knife? Like with a butcher knife? Like one of those
uh
cleavers?
oh god, I am no good with children. It turns out Parker is not either. Um uh he was just shouting and being weird, if
What was he
that's enough to
shouting? Like
I
something
am
crazy? Like, I'm
gonna
gonna
go.
kill you all?
Yes, exactly. Just like that. You got it on
Wow.
the
That must have been
nose.
scary.
It was very scary, and then he died, which was even
Wow.
scarier.
So he's like pow pow shot him in the middle of the street.
Yes.
What was Sheriff Hanscom doing there?
He's a cop, just like Erica. They're both cop friends.
Oh, so he was like holding you as hostage or something?
What? Who would be a hostage in that situation?
I don't know. It seems like does he live with you too?
No, he does not. He's a
Why is he
friend.
at the house? Oh, he's just like hanging out.
He likes hanging out with us. Yes.
Wow. Well, it's lucky he was there.
Yep. Okay, I am going to use the comments. Move so I can get out of here.
Amazing. Yeah, yeah.
You
David's
are
like,
facing grave harm right now.
that's enough.
Yes.
That's enough. Let's
Mental harm.
get you some hot chocolate and settle you down.
Okay, thanks for your hospitality. I'm gonna go.
Of course, and if there's anything I can do to help, I'm so sorry. Sid just
No.
gets excited.
It's okay. Children are our future, and Parker
She's
is
just-
the lead.
Very inquisitive. Yep. See you later.
Okay, bye. Thanks for the
Yeah,
lemonade.
that was the complications. You got obsessed with what exactly happened.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Awesome. Michael, you're still just chilling at home?
Yeah, he I think he's like pretty drained after that last
Fair.
bit. So while everybody's kind of doing something, he's honestly probably sleeping for a bit. But my end goal there was to maybe ask around on the forums about Starlight Kingdom if anybody
Ooh, yeah.
knows what's going on down there or has been down there and seen something.
You do know who you're gonna call?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's get that presence roll.
All right. 2d6 plus 1. Fucking 5.
That's a fucking 5. All right. Is there a specific thing for miss? No, there's not.
Yeah, other than, I don't know. I guess it could be something
yeah.
as simple as nobody has an answer, right? Or nobody wants to tell me.
No, I don't think it's that simple.
Or now they're looking for me to go down there.
I think you do get someone to respond. So what exactly you're asking? Like, how are you phrasing it?
Yeah, so I was basically asking if anybody knows anything about a connection between those lights and Starlight Kingdom, and if anybody has actually been down there themselves and got any evidence of something going on.
So there are, you're just kind of hanging out and kind of like watching and like maybe refreshing the boards over and over again. And after like an hour or so, you see someone has responded to it. And you go to click on the response, and it's just like thread not found. you go back and it's been deleted. And that happens a half dozen times. Yeah, I'm gonna bank that.
Okay. The damn moderators.
Yeah, the moderators.
Yeah, I think he's doing that and he kind of gets fed up, slams his laptop closed. And I don't know, I really would like to see Parker do the game cabinet. So I just
Yeah,
in the
you can go
Yeah,
for
you,
it.
you can do it.
okay.
Anyone can
All
do
right,
it.
yeah. I was gonna say
Yeah.
in the meta sense, I'll let Parker do it. But yeah, if not, he'll just go, and he needs something to do. He doesn't feel like
Nice.
watching a movie right now, so I guess video games.
Cool. We'll come back to that. I want to see where Erica's going next.
Next stop is to go find Casey at his house.
Yeah, I think he's there. The door is like the front door is open, just the screen door is there, not locked. You can hear he is watching. What's he watching? Yeah, did Netflix switch to streaming back then?
Yeah.
No, I think he is watching a movie. Some like schlocky like Cinemax level action movie. And you see he has a stack of the red envelopes next to the DVD player. I think they're red. Yeah, they started out orange. They're red at that point. Yeah, and he's like has clearly just been sitting there. He's got the bog on the table. He's got snacks all over, and he's like clearly not moved for a while.
Erica, just looks at this scene and just goes, oh, and then just, not, gives a little tap on the screen door frame and shouts, "Good news, everyone! I'm technically still alive."
Cool, come on in.
Yeah, come in, just like, I brought I got your tapes back, because technically still alive and all.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm just watching Super Babies.
Yeah, I can
I must have
see
put it in my
that.
queue a while ago, and they just like keep sending them, so that's what I'm watching next.
And I just glance over at the stack of disc boxes and just go, is that Gymkata?
Yeah.
Huh.
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, lots of times. Look, I mean,
I haven't watched it yet. It's just I'm just going through the rotation.
oh man, dude, I'm technically still alive. You're technically still alive, but dude, we gotta find out.
Yeah, why would I not be alive, man?
We gotta find out something for you to do, man. This, I like a good smoke and a good movie, man, but this isn't good to be doing all day.
You turn into a cop on me?
No, man, I'm trying to do a friend on you. Look, why don't you let's pause Super Babies. Why don't you go make us a pot of coffee and we'll hang for a bit?
Want me to make coffee?
Yeah, then. You know how to make coffee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, go on.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah. And once he's
You want
gone,
me to get you a donut too?
no, I thought you're just making coffee like in your kitchen.
Yeah.
Dude, come on. Such an asshole. Look,
I got you. You can press play on the movie if you want to. It's not that great.
what? And you missed the best part? No way. Okay.
It takes
Yeah.
while for him to figure out how to make coffee again.
Well, yeah. While he's
you
gone,
can-
Ericus,
yeah.
just kind of wanders around, like shuffles through the rest of the stack of DVDs, and just kind of make this like, huh.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of shitty movies.
And just kind of like just starts, milling around the living room.
Catwoman. Oh, geez.
Yeah, what's that?
Catwoman.
Catwoman.
It's
There's
got
just,
Halle Berry in it. Looks awesome.
there's just random stuff, and just like photos on a little mantle and stuff. And she picks up one that's like a framed strip from one of those photo booths,
Mhm.
and just stands there staring at it until Casey gets back. When he gets back, she's just like looking down.
He
and-
comes back with like the carafe from the coffee machine and a couple of glasses. It's like, here you go.
Yeah, thanks. Hey, does anyone else live here?
No, just me. I should probably get a roommate soon if I'm not going to get a job, but maybe a couple. Maybe just get 2 roommates with jobs and make them think that they're each paying half.
No, you should
Or
probably
a
get
third?
We'll
How
talk.
much?
Look, just I point to the woman in the
Thirds.
photo, like there's a man and a woman, kind of making faces at the photo booth. I
Yeah,
just point to the woman and say, who's that?
that's my dad and my stepmom.
That is your dad.
Mhm.
Harry is your dad.
Do you know my dad?
Good Lord. Casey, of all the times to not be shitting me, this is the time. Are you telling me that Harry Schrader is your biological father?
Oh shit.
Dude! What the? Wow, you know what this means, right?
We should like not date, probably.
Probably. Oh, you are such an idiot. I always wanted a dumbass little brother. Oh my God, come here, man. And I just, go in for a hug. Erica has on her advance unlocked the move, and they're always glad you came, and you have a family member in Deep Lake who can assist you on rolls with advantage, and you can stay at their house till night and be till dawn and be safe if necessary.
Nice.
So yeah, wow, look, dude, okay, this makes a weird kind of sense. I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
everything-
I didn't legally change my name. I just thought it was a cool name for the band, and it didn't really go anywhere and just got stuck.
Wait, you're living under a fake name?
I mean, it's not fake, it's just made up.
Is your name actually Casey?
Yeah, yes.
All right, man, if you say so. Oh my God. All
It
right,
doesn't say
okay.
that on my driver's license, but that's my name.
It doesn't say that on your driver's license?
I mean, he named you Erica. That's normal.
Yeah.
You didn't have to go through school. People making fucking Cheetos joke at you.
Cheetos? What are you talking about, dude?
He like pulls out he like rummages through the couch and finds his wallet.
No way. Chester. Chester.
Chester Schrader. Yeah.
Harry was an even bigger dick than I knew he was.
Yeah. Casey's way better.
Your secret is safe with me, little bro. Okay, and also
Me and you and the guy in the liquor store. Yeah.
no, seriously, we need to help to talk about you getting sorted out, and not just like killing yourself slowly sitting here all day, all right?
I'm just having a good time, man. Why do you got me such drag?
Because I am responsible for you as your big sister.
Yeah, all right. Are you on duty?
No, but I
And
do have to
holds up the bong. Like one for the road.
one for the road. I do have a date of sorts later. We gotta sort some shit out from last night too. But hey, one for one for the road.
Nice. We'll leave there on that. Let's do some Zagreus. Tell me how you kind of maneuver through all the other secret levels. Have you been watching Parker? Is it just like it happened supernaturally?
I think that Parker's kind of been telling Mike, because Michael's a big gamer himself.
Mhm.
I think that Parker's been kind of telling Michael, like, yeah, I had to do like this Frogger level, and I had to do this level, and then this dance, like this rhythm game level. And so I think it kind of like that stuff's sticking in his head as he's playing through.
Nice.
And I think it's surprisingly easy for him to get through the levels, just remembering what Parker said.
So I just added a note to Parker's thing about the prophecy. Cool, yeah. And so you make it through the palace, kill the guy. There's no cutscene of whatever. And you don't have to roll for this one.
Oh, thank God.
As you go to select the final level, the cabinet shuts off. After a moment of silence, the game comes back to life with the thrumming pulse of malevolent circuitry. The screen explodes into a multi-chromatic glitchy strobe accompanied by shrill 8-bit tones. And then the Zagreus cabinet like just screams and everything goes black. And the locked question is
I love
unlocked.
that picture because I think like he was pissed off about his laptop and people not responding, and then the game turns off for a second and he like starts throwing his hands up and then it blows up right in his face.
Yeah. Yeah, and when you try and go like start it again or plug it and unplug, it does not turn back on. It is burned out.
Yeah, he's
But it
completely
went with it.
defeated after that. So now we can. So now the question.
Now you
is
can
unlocked.
answer that question. What is the awful truth of the Zagreus disappearances?
Cool.
All right. It's probably getting to the end of the day. Anything else you want to do before night falls? Cool. We have to all circle back up at the house, I guess. And we will just go to dusk. Dusk. There we are. Any moves? Nope. You don't have an Odyssey tape to watch right now. So you can attempt to answer a question if you would like while you're hanging out there. I think you have plenty of questions for Zag. That's right. It's a complexity 6 and you've got 6.
Yeah, I'd like to answer the question, get the question for Starlight Kingdom answered,
Oh yeah.
and then as part of my dusk shenanigans, use the kitten acquisition and visit with Bill to gather a clue for Zagreus.
Okay. What does Bill have any connection to the Zagreus stuff?
I mean, he's, aside from having, lived here his whole life and have his pulse on things.
Yeah. Oh, we'll get to it when we get to it.
Yeah.
Sweet. So we have a complexity 4 question for Starlight Kingdom. Was the founder of the park influenced by an alien intelligence or psychic anomaly? It is a complexity 4. We have 7 clues to play with.
How do you guys feel about aliens in this one?
I do really want it to be aliens.
I am 100% behind aliens.
The whirlwind of litter around an old campfire, empty liquor bottles and spray cans, sci-fi paperbacks, drug paraphernalia, discarded clothing and shoes is stuff that's left behind that people just ditch when they're compelled to go to where the aliens are calling them, like Close Encounters of the Third Kind style.
Yeah, I think another easy one to use is the briefcase full of Bibles with newspaper clippings and of alleged UFO sightings. That one kind of fits in pretty well. It's that they're real sightings, and they're all within like a certain, like, I don't know, 10-mile radius of one spot, which is probably close to, if not right where Starlight Kingdom is being built or was being built.
The uncanny approximation of patient's head doing weird things. The aliens are making people see things that will make us want to go investigate Starlight Kingdom, which will make us, continue the move towards, Devil's Mountain or whatever.
Sounds fair.
I think the blueprints one could be
Mhm.
useful, especially like the concentric circles, sort of like sort of like crop circles, like how they're supposed to, like be a place for aliens. Like maybe this was the founders, I don't remember their name. Paul Greco, if like that was his attempt to like call the aliens back, is like,
Mhm.
look, I made this like monument to you or something.
Nice.
Mhm.
So that's 4. Making an even roll now.
But still 2d6 minus 1, so
Is it?
yeah, it is.
It's at a flat roll now. We use
Yeah, it
four
should be a flat
clues.
roll.
Okay.
And unless you want a bonus, we could stick another 1 or 2 in there. Because I ain't rolling the dice. I'll say that.
Good call.
The radio jingle is something the aliens use to communicate through the music. Again, I'm bringing it all Close Encounters of the Third Kind here. But yeah, the radio jingle is a communication.
That'll be 2d6 plus 1.
I mean, we could just
Anything
take the
else?
+1 if we want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds fine.
All right. Who would like to make that roll?
I'll roll for us today.
All right.
So it's 2d6 plus 1. 2d6 plus 9.
That is a 9. Great. So that is the correct theory. It'll be complication, or it will be more dangerous when you go to do it. Cool. Used. Awesome. So that takes us back to dusk. What is everyone planning on doing during night phase?
So again, I'm kind of forgetting how some of the face stuff works. If I can use dusk for conversation plus getting a Zagreus clue, I'll do that, and then I'd be, very happy to go to Starlight Kingdom at night again.
I don't really think you can do investigation stuff during dawn and dusk. That's kind of just like
It's just the transition.
more record keeping. Yeah.
All right. Then yeah, I'll say go investigate, find out some more stuff about Zagreus, and if people want to come together a little bit, I could say that, like, hey, hey, after my date, let's all meet up at, X place and poke around some more, though I'm not sure where to poke around more for Zagreus right now. But we are still.
Well,
Yeah.
if you get one more clue for Zagreus and we manage to fit all those in there, we'll be at +1 for that, right? So
Yeah.
that's not too bad, all considering.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. There's still the self-storage place where the guy found it originally. There is the offices of the company who made the game itself as well.
Surely we can do a little after hours break and enter. I mean, I'll do a little after hours break and enter after I'm done my, very law abiding things.
Yeah, I think going to the storage place sounds good.
Meet you at the storage place at midnight.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, exactly.
Nice. Michael's down for that too.
Yeah. When everybody shows up and the plan is being formulated, he's completely passed out. So Parker can pass the meeting onto him, or just put him in the Lexus and drive him there when it's time.
Wake up there. Awesome, cool. So we will do some of that after Erica's. What else did you want to do during night?
Wrap up my loose ends conversation and also get a clue from Bill about Zagreus.
Cool. Let's jump to that first then. Bill is home.
Yeah.
Go to
I
his
let him
house.
sleep in this time. He should be real happy.
Yeah. And he's dressed more casually than I think you've seen him before.
All right.
And he's a little bit cool when he opens the door. Invite you in. Hey, wild nights.
I go in for a hug and a kiss on the cheek and say, yeah, it was. How are you?
Bad, real bad. We shot my best friend. Demons from somewhere attacked your other friend, turned into a white light. Yeah, this not good.
Well, the weird thing is David actually might be okay, if not even a little bit better than okay. At the very least got what he wanted. So that's something. He left us all behind little things to remember him by, actually.
I didn't get anything.
No, he just left stuff at the house. Like, just kind of showed up on my, when I went to bed last night, it was there on my nightstand. That weirdo left me a coffee cup with that he stole from Enron when he was working there. But
yeah, so I've got something for you too.
All right, shoot.
And he hands you his badge.
Is this like your way of proposing or something?
It's more of a promotion. I got a call from the county sheriff's office. They are investigating the shooting death of my deputy. There were reports called in. So I am stepping down as Sheriff of Deep Lake. And I am going to have to do some traveling for a bit, and I have some interviews to do with some people who have a lot of questions.
Wait, what do you mean you're traveling for a bit? Where do you
mean,
go?
I need to go to the county sheriff's offices over in a big city on the other side of the other side of the county.
Right. Well, how long are you gonna be gone for?
I mean, it should only take a few days, but I think I'm gonna take a little break.
But are you gonna come back?
We'll see.
Oh,
I can't. I don't know how the three of you handle this kind of stuff. It is. I've seen some strange things living here, but it's always been kind of like curious, like sell a magnet or bumper sticker about strange, and this is shooting my best friend and little girls setting themselves on fire strange. And I need to remove myself from this situation because I'm not going to make it much longer.
I can't speak for the others. I only handle it for three reasons. One, I don't always handle it. You know that better than most. Two, I handle it for the same reason you've been sheriff this whole time, because someone's got to. And three, because I've got people here to care about. Take any of those out of the mix and I'd have left again weeks ago. So look, if you decide to not come back, please just tell me as soon as you know. And
Yeah, I'll give you a call when they're done with me. But I'm stepping down as sheriff. So
I mean,
you are until the elections. You are it. You've got a job through November at least.
I wasn't. Wow, I guess I'm sticking around then, so you really better come back.
Someone's got to.
Yeah, someone's got to what, stick around or come back?
Stick around.
Yeah, I know. I've been that person a lot. Look, you know, I really just came by to say that I was sorry I cut you off the other night. And I'm glad you came. And well, since it I don't know if I'm gonna see you again, because usually when people say they're going and they're gonna come back, they don't. You should probably read this. And I, hand him the envelope out of my pocket and go to leave to start making for the door.
Cool. I think he just stands there and he's gonna read it when he's alone. Congratulations, Sheriff Schroeder.
Oh no, everything about this is horrible. Bill just, dialed Erica's abandonment issues up to 11 and saddled her with a job she doesn't want. Everything about this is horrible.
And with that, I think we'll take a 5-minute break and we'll come back and do some crime.
All right.
I'll do my crying right now.
I saw the, I don't think we're getting our security deposit back. That's great.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think so.
Right. So we're heading over to the me and myself storage. It's probably like it's on like the east side of town. There's some closed businesses and other um, similar industrialish, not like industrial for a town of 5,000 people. A couple like warehouses and whatnot, but not like warehouses, storage size warehouses. And this one is also closed because the owner was arrested. So it is, not going to be difficult to get into. There, there's still people stuff in it, so I imagine someone is taking care of it, but there's nobody around. How would you like to approach this?
Do we have an inkling of which storage unit it came from?
You could probably find out.
Definitely first thing on the list then.
Yeah, probably go to an office or something and see if there's like
Yeah.
records.
Yeah, how are you getting in?
Is it like one of those like general access places that are kind of 24 hours? I assume the office itself isn't, but I
Yeah,
assume
I
people can
don't.
get to their units if they need to.
Yeah, I think it's so all the units are inside, so you'd have to get inside the building.
I mean, there's always the good old fashioned lock picking.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
yeah.
is. I think someone has lockpicks, right?
I do, in fact, have
Hey.
lockpicking tools. If
Uh,
we can get in, I would like to use those on the unit itself, unless we can, if we think we can find a key in here, like a spare or whatever.
Yeah, there's probably like a master key, or it'd be easier to break into a
Break in if
storage
we're
unit
inside.
than the
Yeah.
building.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
is there no security guard or custodian wandering
not
around?
not yet.
When I
Not
roll
yet.
these 3 1s, there definitely will be. Yeah, I mean
Cool.
I can give like a cursory look around and then, kind of tell Erica and Parker to keep an eye out because I know they're
Yeah.
really good at
Mhm.
keeping eyes out. And and
Do
then
you want to
try
go in
to
like the front door, side door?
I
um
mean,
whatever's not like if it's on like right off a road, probably not. If it's kind of recessed a bit, he might be a little more bold about it.
Yeah,
But
probably
more than
side door is a
likely,
good shot.
yeah, the side door.
Cool. I think since you're lock picking, this is going to be reason, which is good for you. If
Reason,
you're
and I'll use my lockpicking
lock
tools.
picks, so that's
I feel
going to
like
be
that's pretty
3
obvious.
dice top 2 plus 2.
So 3d6, and I'll add 2.
Oh,
That is
15, 13. No, it's a top 2, so it's a 14.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see the other side. I'm so not used to
Yeah.
seeing the number come up on a d6.
They don't even register as numbers. Cool. That is a 14, which means that you definitely do it, and you will. I didn't ask for any what you think might happen, but only good things are going to happen for you. Sounds all right. Yeah, I think you do get in. You're able to find the office pretty easily, and I think it does have like one of those like key manager little wall things with all the like it's not locked. You just open it up and all the keys for all of the units are there.
right. So we just need to look through the records and see where the unit we're looking for is.
Yeah.
Who owned this unit?
Great question.
Yeah.
So the initial Zagreus, where's the Zagreus cabinet was found 1 week ago. Ephraim RIP discovered it in a lot auction at Me and My Self Storage. So someone who had not paid their stuff apparently
Okay.
on the outskirts of town. So
So I guess
yeah,
we could look for
which-
sales, right? And see
Yeah.
which unit Ephraim bought.
Yeah. And we can even roll that into a meddling move if we want to get a little bit of both. Who would
Yeah.
like to meddle? And again, I think it's gonna be a reason roll looking around.
Yeah, I did the lock picking, so I assume he'll let somebody else read through the paperwork.
I'll go for it, even though neither of us have reasons.
Cool.
So that's just 2d6. Nope, that's 4.
That is a 4. All right. So what clues do we have already? Let's see where we're at. Yeah. So I think this is when you do hear the door that you came in opening and closing, the external door, and you see a flashlight sweeping back and forth the hallway outside.
Right.
And yeah, I think that's, and again, I didn't ask what you think is going to go wrong. We'll do that next time. That was a meddling move. That's not a thing that happens. Yeah, so the thing that happened is before you could find anything, a guard is showing up and heading your way. What would you like to do?
I'll take this one. Yeah, Erica has been weirdly unnaturally quiet since showing up at the storage facility / regrouping with everyone. Yeah, she'll just, be like, "It's good, guys. I got this," and wanders out into the hall.
Yeah, Michael definitely gives Parker a look. after
Yeah,
that-
they
after that line.
definitely share a look.
Yeah, and you walk out of the office and immediately there's just a generic rent-a-cop security guard, middle-aged dude with a mag light and just shines it up at you. He like holds it as if he was holding a gun, but he's like not. He's just trying to be cool. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing in here?"
Yeah, point that thing at the floor, and I hold up my sheriff's badge.
Ooh,
Sheriff Schrader, Deep Lake Police Department.
what are you afraid might happen if he doesn't know anything about you being sheriff?
Yeah. I mean, worst case scenario, I have to arrest him and he resists.
I think it's worse than that. He's not actually a security guard. He's also in here looking for something.
Oh, I like it.
And maybe more dangerous than a security guard. So that's definitely presence for sure.
Yeah. All right. Let's see, do I want to use anything? Let's go for the roll and see first and see what happens. 11.
2d6 plus 1 is 11. Great. Yeah, and he doesn't lower the flashlight yet, but he walks towards you and looks at the badge. It's like says Sheriff Bill Hanscom, where'd you Where'd you get that from?
I got it from Bill Hanscom. He's not sheriff anymore. Call it into the station if you need to, that's fine. But you can continue on your route.
I mean, I'm the station, so wow,
No,
what happened?
You're not, no, the police station.
Oh, yeah. Look, if you're the sheriff, that's great. I'm making minimum wage here, so I assume that you didn't murder the sheriff and take that off of him, so I'll check it out in the morning. You're
I
fine.
empathize. I don't even know if I'm getting paid at all yet.
Wow, yeah, you should definitely check that out before you sign anything. I got screwed. Yeah, old what was his name? Yeah, Crayley, that guy, cheapskate, you wouldn't even believe. We just made a gentleman's arrangement, and it helps if the other person is a gentleman. Let me just tell you that much.
I've had a run-in with Mr. Creeley. He
Oh yeah, if you're a cop, then that makes sense because he is in jail.
yeah. He tried to lock me in a storage shed. Didn't work out so well for him.
Yeah, I
What
heard he tried to like kill someone, or I don't know.
It's complicated. I mean, dude, he's a man in mourning. It's complicated. People do weird shit when they're in mourning. Look, while you're here, before you head on the rest of your route, can you answer a couple of questions for me about Mr. Creeley's storage unit? Like his personal storage unit?
Oh, he doesn't have a storage unit here. This place is a piece of shit. He keeps.
So
Yeah.
this,
And honestly, I don't think he has anything worth storing anyway, if you know what I mean. He's got a little gambling problem.
Right. So like this one, and I, list the number that there was the theft from last week.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Which one was can you refresh my memory on that one?
I thought the Zagreus cabinet was
Oh yeah,
was stolen, brought to a storage unit, then stolen from the storage unit.
it was. Let me double check. It was. Let's picture them. Okay, let's concrete the work there. Yeah, it was it was stolen from the arcade. I don't think it was stolen from here.
Okay. I thought I remember some kind of movement back and forth,
I
but
misremember.
Yeah, I think he was trying to steal it back from
Oh,
being
yeah.
stolen.
Yeah, he was trying to steal it from Atfoy, his son, it turns out.
Yeah. I guess I'll change that tactic for this medal then, to be like, hey, I only know the tip of the iceberg when it comes to what happened with his kid. You know anything through the scuttlebutt about that?
Yeah, let's make a medal roll for that. Sounds like presence.
See if lightning strikes twice. It did not. That's a 6.
That's a 6.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I can show you the unit. I don't know anything about his kid. I heard something bad happened, but I can show you the unit that the lot that they bought it from.
Yeah, that in and of itself is a huge help. Saves me at least 20 minutes. Let me just I'm here with a couple of my civilian consultants. Just let me bring them along so no one's separated. and just be like, guys, it's cool. And I look at the guard's name tag. Francis here is going to bring us right to the unit.
Cool. And I haven't done a paint the scene for this place yet. As you walk down corridors filled with shuttered doors, what do you imagine to be stored behind them? And I think it's a question for everyone. And how does that make you feel?
I think that the way Michael feels about it is he can imagine basically like people have been like forgotten. You know what I mean? All their stuff is in storage. Something happens to them and they have like no other tethers. Maybe they don't have family or anything like that. So all that's left of them is just going to be sold off to some random person, even if it's something small, you know, like some kind of like golf trophy or something like that. Just whatever remnants or memories they have.
Yeah, very similar vein, based on the night Erica's had. All she can think about and feel while passing by the storage units is just feeling the weight of all these things that are left behind. Just like Erica.
I'll go for a funny one. And I think Parker is just thinking about like those like auction TV shows. And it's like, I wonder if they've ever come here and just like, there could be something worth thousands in one of these.
I can like practically hear Parker wondering out loud about Antiques Roadshow.
Cool. So yeah, he takes you to a unit. There's the place, it doesn't seem like it's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, but it is kind of like cramped and meandering. And he brings you to one and says, this is where we found it. Unlocks key and rolls the door up and stands aside. And it's dark in there.
Does the storage unit not have its own light?
This one does not.
Yeah, I'll just kind of shine a little flashlight. It doesn't have like anything like a mag light or anything, but one of those like pin flashlights.
Yeah.
And he'll
yeah,
walk in.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, there's if you they left a couple things in the back there.
Yeah, I'll take a step in first, and I will ask Mark what is about to happen when I enter the storage.
He is about to lock you all inside.
And why is that about to happen?
Because he is not a security guard. And this is from the meddling roll. If we want to change that, we can turn a key before or at any time here.
I think that
and that would be
Michael
Erica's key.
Yeah. I think that Michael kind of like the hair stands up on the back of his neck when he kind of turns away from the guy, and he kind of throws a look towards Parker, and hopefully Parker can kind of pick up what he's putting down, and he kind of like does the little head bob towards the security guard and then shakes his head a little bit, and he doesn't really go any farther in. He just kind of like side glances at the guy, and just he'll wait even until the point of like everybody being uncomfortable, and just kind of like not saying.
He's just like got a like super friendly, like open face, like, yeah, check it out.
So with Michael not saying anything for a clue, I think, I mean, I think Eric is still outside with the guy just being like super low energy and like, well, you'll investigate the storage unit. And she just goes, everything okay in there?
I want Parker to rush the guy.
Yeah,
Just
if
like,
Parker makes a move, Michael will make a move too.
yeah,
Awesome. What are you afraid might happen if he is expecting this?
I'm afraid that since Erica's closest, she'll get hurt.
Hmm. I think it is worse than that. Um, I think he is a member of the Blackleaf Circle. And this is definitely Vitality.
Cool. So 2d6 plus 2. 11.
11. Great. I think, as because you and Erica are not really moving, he's still got like the same like, oh, super friendly face, but is his body is a little bit kind of like anxious looking. And like as you turn to turn to go for him, you see a glint of steel in his hand that wasn't there before. But yeah, tell me what you do to him.
I'm gonna say that Parker has like I guess it's a backpack or something. And I really want to say that they go for their baseball bat and just try to take a swing at this guy.
Nice. Where do you hit him?
I mean, if he's holding something and I notice fast enough, I want to try to knock that out of his hand.
Yeah. You give his arm a whack, you hear a crack, and Erica, you see a folding straight razor clatter away, and he's like, "Ah, son of a bitch."
Wow. Erica's sidearm immediately comes out and just goes into cop mode, just like, the fuck are you doing? Get down on the ground, like, is that a razor?
And the expression on his face hasn't changed.
Better cover his mouth so he can't cast any spells. I don't say that out loud. This is out of character.
No, he is not a member of the Black Leaf. That would have been on a failure.
Oh, okay, on a fail.
Yeah. He doesn't get down. He does put his hands, or he puts one hand up because the other one is a real hurt. But yeah, he is just smiling and saying, this would, please don't do that again. This is all gonna go. Please put the gun down and just get in.
Not happening, Francis.
He takes a step towards Erica.
Yeah, I'm gonna kneecap him. Yeah.
True cop behavior, I see.
Ooh, yeah. What are you afraid might happen if that shooting does not go the way that you expect it to?
I have no fear because I have style.
Ooh, tell me how you're stylishly shooting him.
Yeah, where he's just he's got one hand up, the other one doing whatever. Continue with the I'm gonna take a step forward. No, you're not. I need to make a list of one-liners.
Sideways gun.
Sideways.
That was the
gun.
first thing that popped into my head too. We really do think the same way.
Yeah, okay, here's something really cool to do. Maybe if I, got your standard double grip, just drop one hand, drop the gun down to the opposite hand that he doesn't see where it's coming from, and pop him in the knee.
Nice. You pop him directly in the knee, the opposite knee from his other hand, and he just goes down. Yeah. His expression doesn't change though.
I told you to stop. Who the hell are you?
You'll find out.
Yes, I will.
You're looking for something that you don't want to find.
No,
You know
no.
you're not the only ones.
These we all really want to find it.
Oh, what are you looking to find?
What do you think what do you think we're looking to find? What are you guarding?
Guarding. I came here for the same reason that you did.
You came here to get locked in a storage container?
No. To find out where it came from. And if my suspicions are correct, and he lurches forward and grabs your gun hand, kind of yanks it towards him. Looks like he might want to bite it. What would you like to do?
Use my other hand wrapped around my multi-tool to punch him in the head.
Nice. He just goes out.
Yeah.
He's done.
Oh, I don't even have to roll for it. Do I
Yeah,
still have
you,
to
you,
look
you,
at
you
it?
got a 12 plus. That's a
All
you
right.
do what you like. And I think you actually you're going to get a clue from that as well. A little like it looks like a hand bound book, like a little like A5 size book, kind of like falls out of his jacket pocket or something. And it's got like it's got handwritten or hand lettered on the cover, something in Greek, the Greek letters. And if you take the time to flip through it, it looks like handwritten notes. And it is in English, and it is like some sort of study on Greek mythology about the different kind of dead. There's the Ataphoi, the unburied dead, the Auroi, the premature deaths, and Biathanatoi, violent deaths. And just kind of like goes into detail about those. Yeah, so you've got this guy knocked out
Yeah.
in a dark place.
Yeah, I'd love to find something to tie him up with and then tie off his leg where he got
Yeah.
shot
Yeah, I think you can easily do that.
and take his flashlight.
Yeah, you can be like, I think, I've given the notebook to Michael, yeah, definitely take his mag light so you can finish checking out the storage unit. And Erica just goes, wait, I can't pawn this off on someone else anymore. Fuck. Guys, I got to bring this guy in and do paperwork. And like this just existential
Yeah,
top of
Michael
all
gets
the-
the same look on his face.
like on top of all the the pain, now there's just the existential horror of, wait a minute, Bill, why did you do this to me? What's wrong with you? Yeah.
Do you do anything else while you're there before you take him in? Or does Erica take him in and the rest of y'all poke around some more?
Michael, he has a lot of confidence in Erica, so he'll let her take him in. if Parker wants to go or continue poking around with him.
Yeah, I'll stick with Michael, if that's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Cool.
Who would like to make the meddling roll here?
I'll go
Uh,
for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. I think if we're just scavenging around, that's another reason roll.
Okay. That's 2d6. I'm not good at meddling today.
Ooh.
I don't think any of us are good at meddling today.
Hmm. um, it seems like there's something at the back. There is actually something at the back of the storage unit. And Michael's probably like standing at the door, shining the flashlight, keeping it high in case something else happens. And before you can get to the back, 1, 2, 3, 4. The shadows kind of coalesce a little bit into 4 dark figures. They kind of look like they're robed at first, and they're still kind of shadowy. They're kid-sized, and the robes look like they're black hoodies also. And they coalesce, and they don't seem to be doing anything for a moment. They start chanting, or a chanting noise comes from them. You don't see any mouth moving. And you stand there kind of mesmerized. And Michael, you're seeing this as well. The beam from the flashlight is kind of like definitely exposing that they are shadows or shades of some kind.
Yeah, Michael's
And-
just yelling
yeah.
to Parker to kind of like respond to him. Like, everything good? You all right? What's
Yeah.
going on?
And Parker, you can turn a key anytime if you want to, or we can keep rolling with this. One of the shadows reaches out to you, and you feel the same kind of coldness and kind of draining effect that you felt when you were first playing the Zagreus cabinet. And you feel like life energy is being drained from you. Definitely getting level drained.
If I try to like talk to them, do they respond?
They do not.
Okay. And I can't break away.
No,
From
they
their
have
grasp.
got you.
You could turn a key.
You
Yeah,
could turn
I'm
a
gonna
key.
turn it. I just wanted to see if there's anything else I could do before I turn a key.
That's fair.
Okay. I'm gonna turn a key to the child.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say a flashback to when you felt genuine happiness as a child. So I think while this like life force draining is going on, it's sort of like that life flashes before your eyes sort of thing. But it gets stuck on a memory of whenever Parker was young, maybe like pretty young, like 5 or 6. And it was a rare treat that both of their parents took them on an outing, and they were pretty poor. I mean, like their parents both worked like 2 jobs. So all they could do was go to the library, and they made a very big deal about getting Parker a library card, and they could pick out any book they wanted. And they got to like sign their name for the first time, like very adult like. And they remember that their parents were happy and that they were happy, and that kind of started their love of reading, and it kind of became a comfort for them of happier times. So
Nice.
gift.
Um, Cool. So instead, what you find is actually two things. There's still like some assorted junk in the back. Some boxes of like old magazines, a couple broken chairs, like a laundry basket full of old t-shirts. And in that laundry basket, you come across a couple pieces of electronics. One is a Walkman, and it has the word Hutch written on it, and looks like Sharpie. And for those following along at home, Hutch Langley was one of the teenagers that went missing in 1985. So that is a clue that you're getting. Hutch Langley's Walkman. Do you want to listen to it?
Probably later, I guess.
Okay, cool. The other thing you find is a camcorder. It's pretty beat up, and it has tape in it.
Okay, Parker's gonna try taking out the tape.
The tape is an Odyssey tape,
Hmm,
and it is labeled Animal Kingdom Pure White.
Cool.
Yeah, and that's what you find. That's pretty much the extent of what you got there.
Cool. I think Parker's gonna walk back to Michael and show the what I found. MP3 player, or what? Not MP3 player.
Walkman.
What did you say? Walkman.
A Walkman.
Walkman with a cassette tape in it.
I'm not that young that I just don't remember the words you said.
And Michael, and Parker hands you the camcorder. There's a red LED that is lit next to, like, it's labeled like on, and it looks like it's still powered, but it's light and doesn't seem like there's any battery in it.
Well,
It does have like the
that's-
little flip out screen.
Yeah, peculiar. I mean, yeah, if it's closed and he sees the lights on after he kind of looks around, for the batteries, this thing must have been in here for a long time. So it's kind of wild that it's on. And he'll flip the screen open and kind of look through it. He'll just point it into the storage unit, the darkness, basically.
Yeah, it's just a viewfinder. There's nothing strange in there.
Well, let's hold on to this because I can always use a new camera anyway.
Yeah, maybe Erica knows something about it. She has a camcorder.
Animal Kingdom Pure White, and most Odyssey tapes are kind of in a clamshell case. This one does not seem to have an associated case, and in fact, when you try to remove it, it feels like the tape is kind of stuck a little bit. You could probably try to pull it out if you wanted to, but it might damage the tape.
Gotta all crowd around the little screen, watch it that way. All right, well, at least there's something in there, right? More than just garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's pretty much all you find.
Yeah, thank you for going in there. I don't like storage units.
Yeah.
When I was like really little, after my mom left my dad, we him and I like lived in a storage unit for like a couple months. So yeah, that is probably where like the small spaces problem I have comes from, to be completely honest. But I can tell you
Oh.
what, I do not think, if you ever have the choice, that you should live in a storage unit. So just keep that in mind.
Okay. And I think Parker's gonna give Michael like a half hug.
Yeah, he will gladly accept. And then he'll be like, a Walkman. Oh my god. Does the cassette have a name if he pops it open? Like, is it
It
labeled?
doesn't. It's just a blank. It's unlabeled cassette. It does like it's like reeled halfway in, so it looks like
Oh, okay.
it has been either played or recorded on. It's not like fully rewound.
Well, I'll give this a listen while you're driving us home.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got like the cheap little foam earmuffs there. And you rewind it to the beginning, and it's mostly just like static, just kind of like hiss. It's probably been there for a while, but after a while, you can hear something underneath it, and eventually, it kind of resolves into just chanting. It seems like a lot of people, and you can't really make it out. It's hard to tell exactly what they're chanting, but it's definitely. It almost feels like it was recording as whoever was holding the Walkman was like getting closer to whatever was making that chanting noise, and it kind of increases in volume and then just abruptly stops.
Not exactly what I was hoping to listen to. Yeah, it's like a bunch of like chanting stuff. It's not even music. Maybe it goes with the camcorder bit or something like that.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Was it like word
well.
chanting or just like noises?
Yeah, it was words, but it was like I couldn't
It was
understand any
definitely
of it.
not English. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just I'll take some notes, I guess. Check out that new book, the one that Erica got off that guy. Cross reference and all. She's a cop, but I can still do some detective stuff myself.
Yeah, I don't think she's really happy with this cop stuff.
Yeah, I would not want to see the amount of paperwork that she has to fill out for shooting a guy.
Yeah,
The sheriffs just keep shooting people. That's a
I
problem.
know. This gets you. Yeah, Erica, we can say that you can safely deposit him at the after doing some basic first aid,
Yeah.
and deposit him at the sheriff's office in a cell. He's probably not going to wake up for a while if you want to regroup with the others.
Oh, yeah, she'll come back to them, whatever it is, like 2 a.m. now.
Mhm.
Are you guys back still at the storage facility?
No, I think we went home.
Yeah, we could just head home if everybody wants to meet up there.
Yeah. Now that she'll just like show back up at the house probably around 2:33 in the morning at this point, just toss keys onto the counter, just like walk in and just sit on the couch, like, hey.
If you want to, you can see what is on the tape in the camcorder.
Yeah, might as well. Erica is able to wield her knowledge of the 90s to hook up the camcorder to the TV so that you can watch the camcorder tape on the TV.
Nice. Yeah, and the tape inside is labeled Animal Kingdom Pure White. And you hit play, and a title card comes up, Poetry Slam. This was a show that featured professional wrestlers reading poetry as if they were cutting a promo. It was amazing. And it cuts to kind of like, they have the sort of the pro wrestler like backdrop thing where people would be doing their own promos there. And the camera just lingers on that scene for several minutes. There's no one in it. It's just the backdrop. And then there's like an awkward cut, and it cuts to what looks like a locker room, and just stays there on that scene for another good 5 minutes or so. And that happens a few times. The last one is just on an empty wrestling ring, like on the side, so like where someone would be standing talking, and it's just filming this empty shot for about 5 minutes, and then it goes to blue.
Okay, well, that wasn't nearly as eventful as the other ones we watched.
That was. Yeah, what even was that?
I don't know. There's something going on with it though. And I
Yeah.
don't think it's connected to the Walkman after all, I suppose.
No.
Mm,
This is sort of like a different Odyssey tape that Randy was watching, where it's just like a background and nothing's in it.
Yeah, that was Pep
It was-
016 final pure white pretext.
Yeah. Maybe it's just like a weird kind of Odyssey tape.
Yeah, or like some kind of B-roll or something from an Odyssey tape.
Was there any? Were there any of the people in it that we might have recognized from a
No,
previous?
there was no people in it.
Just the background.
Do we still have the other Odyssey tapes?
Yeah,
Can we put in like the that like music one? I want my video beat.
yes, you can. Yeah, and I think the last scene of this episode is you putting in an Aussie tape and playing it back, and it looks exactly the same, only there are no people in it. And then putting in another one, and it's the same, but there are no people. And like just watching tape after tape after tape, and any human that was in any of the tapes, they are gone.
Even the tape with David in it.
Even the tape with David in it.
Hmm.
Well. I have to say, out of character, that sucks a little bit because I'm reading these prompts and these are fucking great.
Yeah, I know.
Because I was gonna do a whole Macho Man bit trying to read Snake by D.H. Lawrence.
Yeah, I think we'll end it there. Watching the pulling out of the front window as you're like watching tape after blank or empty tape.
All right.
Cool. That's that. We'll do Dawn stuff tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next week.
Oh, we're
just
playing
bust-
again, huh? Okay.
Just bust through it. Finish up in a week. Cool. Let's do stars and wishes, and we'll just go in character keeper order. So I think it is Billy first.
Yeah, it's me. The first shout out I want to give the star is for Ellie. That scene with the sheriff was pretty sad, and that's definitely a star for me. You played it really well too, on top of
I did
everything.
not see this coming.
Yeah, I could kind of see his breaking point. You know what I mean? I would, on some days I might like to shoot my buddy, but most days probably not. Either way, you played that really well, and of course, Mark, all the NPCs are great. Especially the creepy faux security guard guy. I liked that guy at the end as well. And for Rue, I mean, I get to go first, so I get to use the easy one, which is the scene where you got to be completely uncomfortable having to explain death to a child. And I've been in that situation in real life, and it went probably exactly the same way of the amount of uncomfortable stuff that goes on. So yeah, and my wishes is obviously kind of figure out the Zagreus stuff. I do want to next week probably try to do in character breaking the news to Parker that he broke the Zagreus machine while they were gone, or so he thinks. So
I mean,
that should be fun. But yeah, that's stars and wishes.
Awesome. Thank you. Did you have any other wishes?
Me? Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
The
just
Zagreus
just
thing.
just to like finish up the Zagreus mystery,
Yeah.
and then yeah, kind of really dig in to see what's going on with the Odyssey tape stuff.
Yeah, we'll see. Cool, thank you. Stuff. Great. Ellie's next.
Yeah, once again, Parker's extraordinary directness is a highlight of the session for me. Both in the scene with Morgenstern about being like, yeah, well, dude, why do here's what's happening. Why don't you just do the thing? Like, this is simple. Why don't you just do it? And then the what are you afraid will happen? I'm afraid Parker will have to stay for dinner and explain violent death to
Yeah.
him. And then they wind up doing that anyways. Once again, Parker's directness and that simple, pure, like pure-hearted, just tell it like it is, massive highlight. The stars for Billy as well for the whole sequence at Morgenstern's. I do regret not opening things up to poke a little bit further on the with the revelation that he ate the pig stuff and what that might have meant to Morgenstern, because that was a very excellent breaking of news. And yeah, then star for Mark for helping me create a pretty natural feeling revealed to the news about Casey. Of course, we very briefly touched on this because I was like, hey, I'm gonna bring it, I want to move that he introduces a new NPC, but it's Endgame, so I don't want a new NPC.
Yeah.
So that was that was super fun. And wishes for next time. I would like to get some conditions cleared if one of y'all wants to listen to Erica bawl her eyes out and clear. I think it's appropriate time to clear the APB condition. And for pursuing Starlight Kingdom, there is a particular group of side characters I would very much like to meet of the musician variety.
That's also one of my wishes.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah.
Awesome, thank you. And Rue.
Cool. I wanted to say, for Mark, he did a great Morgenstern. I like whenever these characters go on like kind of monologues, but they like it's very different from like Morgenstern to like the big man to anyone else that talks a bunch about nothing. It's so good. And then you did Sid perfectly. I really did feel a terrible anxiety while that was going on.
I mean, more gory details.
You were very good.
Did he get shot in the eye?
And then the security guard, I really liked how you just went with whatever that was. That was great. Interesting in what he's talking about. Guess we'll find out. For Ellie, I really liked your speech to Morgenstern. Just trying to be like, you'll be fine. Like, stop being a baby about this. You have money. I really liked just that cute scene with Carla, that like you just seem to be friends with her and just like, yeah, you can keep watching the cat. That was just a sweet moment in all this. And then I did know the Casey thing beforehand. So that was cool to see.
Actually put the bug in my ear about Erica
Yeah.
having that move.
Yeah, I will take credit for that idea. And I will also take credit for Billy. Thanks for going along with my dumb idea about you trying to control the dream. And then I also really liked for Billy that just like little backstory for the storage unit. Like, I do feel like we don't know too much about Michael. And so getting these little tidbits makes it feel like, Parker and Michael are like getting closer as friends and stuff, and I think that's really fun. And then wishes. Yeah, I want to finish up Zagreus and then see what's going on with these empty Odyssey tapes. Oh, and another star for Mark, foreshadowing that with Randy, if that's what you were doing.
Yeah, sure.
Take the compliment. It was all part of your plan.
Yeah, it's all part of a master plan. It's way easier to foreshadow something in reverse. So yeah, definitely. Any wishes besides the empty tapes and whatnot?
No, that was it.
Cool. Yeah, this was super fun. No idea what at all was going to happen at any point. And y'all kept throwing new stuff that I had to deal with, and it was super great. Y'all definitely keep me on my toes with everything that happened. Yeah, Parker's just like, I'm just gonna tackle this guy. Great. Or Eric going on the speech ability. Yeah. It's all great stuff. I'm having a blast, and things are, it feels like things are coming together in an interesting way. I have the same wish for that musical cameo to happen. I have another wish I'm going to write down for myself and not going to say out loud. And yeah, and since we resolved the dream, that means we have a new mystery coming up next time, and that mystery is going to be TV Odyssey. So I'm excited to see what that's going to be like. Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, I think that's all I got. Anything else before we say goodbye? Cool. Say goodbye to the internet. See you next
Goodbye
time.
to the internet.